are staying aware of the surroundings that we're in, it will be much better. At night, walk on lit paths and sidewalks. Don't take shortcuts through dark areas. In essence, do smart things. Don't do the expedient things, do the smart things. There's a lot of safety tips that are on UTPD's website, in our Be Safe website, that will give that and other tips. I know there's been a lot of talk amongst the students about safety apps for cell phones. If you go to the Student Affairs or to the Emergency Management page, you'll see a list of those apps that if you want an app, you can certainly survey what those apps can do for you and be able to use them. On behalf of all of the members of the campus safety and security community, we express our regrets and our thoughts and minds and prayers are with the family. Thank you very much.
My name is Gage Payne, Vice President for Student Affairs. And first and foremost, we offer our condolences to Haruka and her family and friends. One of the important things that I'm here to do is to talk about the resources that are available to support our community at this time. And perhaps the first and most important one is to know that you're not alone, to reach out and ask for help, to a friend, an RA, a neighbor, and our resources that are available in the Dean of Students Office, our Counseling and Mental Health Center, all of our staff and faculty who will connect you with someone who can help you. A couple of important details. Tonight at 5:30, we will have a community gathering on the East Mall in Haruka's memory. For students who wish to use counseling and mental health services, they have extended their hours until 7 o'clock through next Friday. Additionally, there will be Saturday hours from 10 till 2 this week. Students don't need to make an appointment. Please just walk in. Please ask for help. We will take care of you. Students can also speak with a counselor 24 hours a day through our crisis line if that's necessary. Our counseling center is working specifically with the fine arts community, the residential hall community, and ask that if Haruka was involved in a particular organization and you would like some support with your organization, please let the Dean of Students or the Counseling Center know and we will work to support you. Students need to know that this community is together, that we need to take care of each other, and that the resources are there for you. The most important thing you can do is stay connected to your family, to your friends, to your loved ones. Think about the safety tips that have been offered here today, and remember to use them. Again, we offer our sincerest condolences and encourage you to join us at the community gathering tonight at 5:30 on the East Mall. Most importantly, I think it's important that today we remember that Longhorns care for each other and for themselves, and each of us has a part to support each other today. Thank you.
My heart and prayers go out to Haruka's family. They have requested that I read a statement from the family to the University of Texas community on behalf of the family. Haruka Giuliani Sunumani Weiser, our beloved daughter, sister, and friend, was taken from us too soon. We will forever miss her. The pain of our sudden and tragic loss is unfathomable. We are grateful for all the support, the kindness and prayers that have been offered to us. Words cannot express the outpouring of love we have received. Haruka was a passionate and dedicated dancer and a student. She was so happy to be a student at UT and was looking forward to the chance to perform again as a dance major. And she was declaring a second major in pre-med studies too. She had plans to explore the world of medicine this summer and to travel to visit family in Japan. Although Haruka loved to perform on stage, she never saw the spotlight in her daily life. Perhaps the last thing she would want is to be the poster child for any cause. And yet, as we struggle to understand why she was killed. If her death can somehow make it safer for a young woman to walk home, it will all prevent another assault or murder. Then at least we could find some meaning behind an otherwise senseless and tragic death. To her friends, the many of the students at UT and her high school, in all the dance programs in which she participated, we are united in prayer for Haruka and for each other. No parent, no brother, nor sister or friend should have to face this kind of sadness, this kind of loss. Yet, many do. And now we have joined that family. At UT, Haruka did make many friends and received so much support from this community. We know Haruka would not wish for us to be stuck in sadness, but to keep living life to the fullest. That is what we will try to do in the coming days. And we offer our prayers and encouragements for you to do the same. Thank you for respecting our privacy at this time. From the family. Thank you.
We can take some questions now directed towards us.
Can you give more of a clear description of the suspect, or is it suspect or person of interest?
We'll call the person a suspect, and we will provide the information to you in the video feed, so you'll have this. We believe the individual is a black male, approximately 6 foot, and like you say, that's about all we have at this point. We clearly need the community's assistance in this matter of identifying this person. So please, if you have any information, contact our department.
What is the time? How did she die? You haven't described the nature of her death and if she was violated in any other way.
Due to the ongoing investigation that we have at this point, we will verify that she was assaulted, but we're in the middle of an investigation right now, and we can't release any more information.
Can you give us what you mean by assaulted? Sexually assaulted?
We are not going to confirm that she was, other than that she was assaulted.
Can you talk about the time? I don't know if the video had a time on it, when we saw him first arrive and at what point he left.
About the initial time was sometime before 10 o'clock, and then we see the individual a little after 11 o'clock.
Can you tell us where that camera was positioned and if you kept the other camera?
At that point, we would prefer, due to the investigation, that some of that information that is very pertinent to the case. So it did happen on the UT campus near the theater location that we mentioned.
Can you tell us if you recovered a weapon from the scene?
We have not recovered any weapon at this point.
Do you have any indication that it is a UT student as a person of interest?
No, we do not.
And are there any similarities with this attack to the Wisconsin serial sexual?
We do not believe that they're connected to this.
You had mentioned for students have to still be vigilant, but is there anything that leads you to believe that she was targeted, or was it just a matter of opportunity? And I don't mean to use that term, but I don't know what else to say.
No, I understand. I mean, clearly, I know that y'all have a lot of questions. I wish that I could provide you with a lot of information at this point. We are very early on in our investigation. Just realize that any information that we provide you is information that we need to keep with our investigators to ensure that, I mean, the ultimate goal here is that we want to see justice. And to do that, there's just certain details that we really can't release at this time.
But stay vigilant.
I mean, absolutely. I think it was already mentioned here in reference to the things that you need to do as an individual to keep safe, whether it's on campus, whether it's on 6th Street, whether it's anywhere in our community, is that you should always be aware of your surroundings and be vigilant to what is taking place. Yes?
I have a question from parents.
gotten concerns from parents that President Fuentes has not sent them direct emails about what is happening, just the general, I don't know if you could address that for parents.
I'll make some general comments and then ask Vice President Gage Payne to give more details. So we communicate primarily with students and alumni. There is an informal parents network in Facebook. We have been utilizing that. We are in the process of figuring out how to communicate with parents more directly. We don't normally keep an email list for parents, but we certainly have heard from many parents, are responding to them, and using communication channels that we do have, trying to get information to them as quickly as possible.
It's really about the university community in general, that we use all the social media, Facebook, Twitter, of course. We have a Facebook page that's connected to our Texas Parents Association, but that's for people who are part of that. We also send direct information to members of Texas Parents. The broader Texas parents, we don't necessarily have the names and addresses of every parent on our campus, right? And so we use the multimedia to try to ask people to pay attention to all of those outlets, and that's the primary source of information. Quite frankly, it's not any different for the parents than it is for the rest of the community, and so keeping that as simple as possible is really part of the process. But all of those outlets are public. Our webpage, the news skins on our webpage are available to everybody, and we try to make sure that anybody who joins our community knows of those outlets to use.
Has there been any history of attacks or suspicious activity reported in that area in the past?
No, we have had no attacks in that area in any records that we have right now.
Reports of suspicious activity?
Pardon me?
Any reports of suspicious activity?
To my knowledge, no. But that's a pathway that's dark, and oftentimes we find that perhaps our students, they do run into somebody, don't really talk about it, they just move on with their life. So we keep trying to ask our parents and our students to report incidents so we can begin to understand more what's going on.
Where is the lighting that's going to be installed, and what is the scope of that?
What lighting is going to be installed?
The president mentioned that there
I
would be
think
lighting
what
installed.
the president was talking about
lighting.
is that DPS is going to do a survey of the campus, the broad campus. We will then take a look at one of the aspects of that survey, is to look at the lighting, pathways, environmental, etc.
Very good, thank you.
We've got time for about 2 more questions.
Where exactly was that location? It was never revealed the exact location where the body was found. Do we know that?
Can you repeat your question?
Thanks. The exact location where the young lady's body was found, I don't think that's been disclosed. I think that's a very important piece of information for people to maybe avoid that area.
I think all that we will say that it happened in the Water Creek area, but that's about as much detail as we'll provide at this time.
Exactly where was he in that video? He was right by the theater building, the John building?
When he's walking his bike up the hill, we know that he is by the stadium at that point. North side of the stadium, yes.
How long was he in that area kind of walking around? Was it?
We believe that he was in the area at least on this day for a couple hours.
Last question.
Reported missing on Monday. Did officers or anyone try to rewalk her path that she normally walks, or did they walk by the street to see if they saw anything?
We've got a series of protocols that we use, and you might find this hard to believe, we get a lot of missing student reports. Student goes to visit somebody, had to tell somebody, etc. So we've got a series of protocols that we go through, talk to roommates, talk to family, talk about any of the known travel points. We did visit that travel point, but we did not see anything when we did our initial walks.
When you say that travel point, you mean her normal route from her dance room to her dorm?
That's correct.
And did that include walking by the creek, or did she usually stay up on sidewalk? I'm just trying to figure out where you guys walked since you walked in.
I don't know her normal route, but we try to talk to the roommates and visit with the other members to find out what she might have done and how she might have done it. And we weren't able to get identification of the exact place until on Tuesday.
Okay, thank you very much. APD will be making the information available that they released here, And if you